Welcome back to Beat the Recession Marketing. I'm James Carley, and you're watching Bringing It Together. I'm really excited to be bringing this module to you because during this module, you're going to learn how to bring together everything we've learned from the beginning of this training, from understanding your market, where we learned everything about who your ideal customer is, their wants, their needs, their social behaviors, how your competition is presenting themselves to the marketplace, to the second part of this training, where we learn about how to set up and optimize your 6-pillar marketing channels. Now, the point of this whole course was to teach you how to create your company's own unique sales funnel or sales process that's going to maximize and focus on conversions. The reason I say conversions is because improving your conversion rate is the fastest way to increase your company's profit. And who doesn't need increased revenue and profit inside of their business? We all do, right? So for a business to work on getting more conversions, you must focus on setting up more marketing systems inside your business that are going to work for you 24 hours a day without fail. Because what are the 3 biggest things that every business desperately wants? More customers, more revenue, and more profit, right? So improving your conversions is the fastest way for any business to achieve that goal. But before we can work on converting prospects, you first must focus on capturing them. You must capture to convert. Now, I want you to remember that statistic that we learned about in the earlier module, that 99% of interested prospects that visit a company's website, majority of them leave and never return. And this is why we worked so hard in the beginning to make sure that you properly understood your market. And then in the second part of this training, we focused on making sure that you are properly optimizing and setting up your marketing channels so you could solve this problem. Because when it comes to sales, people buy when they're ready to buy, not when your company or your business is ready to sell. The shocking statistic is how 81% of sales require 5 touches. Now, a touch is just another word for saying contact. And 10% of sales require 4 touches. But the sad fact is only 10% of companies are actually making 5 touches. So what this means is majority of businesses, because they don't have a system in place, they're just simply giving up too soon or quitting right before the consumer is deciding to buy. This dilemma is why I wanted to make sure that you clearly understand exactly how the buying process works in detail, because each stage of the buying process has a different action, which is going to require for your company to have a unique response inside of your sales funnel. So let's quickly recap exactly how the buying process works. The first stage in the buying process is where the customer realizes he or she has a problem, a want, or a need, and they begin to search online for a solution. Now, usually this is looking at online reviews, social media, blogs, anything of that nature where they can get that instant feedback. The second stage inside of the buying process is when a customer begins to do their research and then they start getting an understanding of any possible solutions to their problem. And they acquire this understanding based off what they've seen on the internet after reading articles and blog posts and watching videos that help fill in the gap in their understanding. The third step inside the buying process is after the customer realizes that they have a problem or a need, they've performed some research and got a basic understanding about possible solutions out there. Now they're making a decision on what company offers the best price and the best quality that meets their personal criteria. And when they're making a decision based off this criteria, this is what's going to position the customer to buy from you during the 4th stage. All that's left is presenting your irresistible offer to the customer. This could be a trial, a discount, or some type of coupon. Now, I want you to take a look at my Beat the Recession blueprint above. This blueprint is designed to meet your customer at each stage during the buying process systematically. We're going to make it extremely easy for your consumer to be engaged where they are. My step-by-step blueprint consists of 5 key sections. The first section is lead generation. The second is lead capture, then engagement, then close and conversion. And then the fifth stage is the follow-up. But before we dive into each section, I want you to make sure that you have already set up and optimized each pillar 1 through 6 for conversions, because this is extremely vital for you to get the maximum out of each marketing channel. Because as I explain each step in this blueprint, you're going to start seeing how everything you've been learning applies. You're going to start having a lot of aha moments as you see how all the pieces start to fit and work together. So let's look at the first section inside of our blueprint that we're going to examine, lead generation. This stage in our process is what you call the top entry into the funnel. It's here where you'll start to draw all those interested in researching prospects from all your current advertising to take action. You're going to start pushing them to your irresistible offers online, whether that's a coupon, a free offer, or some type of discount that is found on your optimized social channels, local as well as mobile. To give you a better understanding of how this works, let's take a look at some real-world scenarios so you can see exactly how this would happen. Starting with your lead generation asset number 1, your website. So let's say, for an example, a potential customer is researching online for your products or your services via Google, and they come in contact with some type of advertisement that's pointing to your website or your mobile website, and they become curious and they click that URL to visit your site. Now, the second lead generation asset that you have is social media. So let's say for this scenario, a potential customer is recommended by a friend or a previous customer, and they research your company's reputation online. When they find your social profile, they are liking what they're seeing, but they become curious, and so they visit that profile, whether it's on Facebook, Twitter, Yelp, wherever the review page is. The third asset for lead generation you have is offline. So let's say for this example, a potential customer sees some type of advertisement that you have out in the marketplace, whether it's a flyer, yellow pages, maybe they got a postcard in the mail, or maybe they're even in store and they see some type of promo. When they see that promo, they actually become curious, and what do? They instantly visit your site, your website, or they call your office for more information or about any special offer. The action steps you want to make sure that you cover during this stage is to make sure that you optimize each pillar for conversions. You want to add your opt-in forms, your social icons simply everywhere you can, and make sure you're including your desktop, your social, and your mobile landing pages to those links. You also want to make sure that you're using mobile keywords. Now, whether that's long or short codes, you just want to make sure you're embedding them in all of your marketing materials. The same thing goes for QR codes. You want to go ahead and add them to all your existing advertisements, whether that's print, TV, social media, anything that's visible to customers, because we pretty much want to blanket the whole marketplace with ways consumers can interact with your business on their preferred channel of choice. The second section inside of our blueprint is lead capture. So the stage objective here is to reach all those potential customers who initially took action. So all of those customers that visited your selected channels in the previous step will be presented some type of irresistible offer in exchange for joining your list. Now, once a customer joins your list, they are instantly added to your customer database for future prospecting and relationship building. Now let's take a look at the capture channels that your prospects will enter into. These are the channels that your consumer uses every day and they have easy access to. The first channel is your website. The second channel is your mobile profiles. The third is mobile websites. Your fourth is mobile keywords. Now here are some of the most powerful and effective driver tools that will help your business get more attention and recognized in the marketplace. You can do this by doing things like boosting your Google rankings, whether that's organically or paid, by creating a Facebook fan page for your business, or maybe a Twitter page, or by creating engaging content for your consumers via videos and articles that they can really relate to, or maybe creating a press release regarding a very popular event or topic surrounding your business. Or the last thing you can do is create print advertising and make sure you're using modern elements such as mobile keywords and QR codes and things of that nature. And I forgot to add one more element, and that is your online reputation, because consumers now go look on online reviews before they do anything with the business. So the action steps to remember during this stage is, once your database is compiled, you want to start to prepare a series of 5 to 7 broadcast messages, which are the touches, remember the multiple times of contact, that are going to pre-sell your ideal customer. Now you want to schedule these messages, whether you're doing it via text message or email, to systematically go out instantly after the customer joins your list. The third section inside of this blueprint is engaging the prospect. The stage objective here is after the customer joins your list, they instantly receive a call to action auto reply, whether that's a video email or some type of text message, that's going to explain to them exactly how to redeem your irresistible offer. Going forward, a customer then will start to receive a series of high quality content that's going to educate them and pre-sell them for you. You're not going to have to do anything. Once you program the system, you're going to let it work for you. Now this is going to inform them about your products as well as your services. So let's take a look at the types of engaging content that we can send to the customer during this stage. These are proven to work very effectively. The first type of content that you can send customers is links to your blog post. So let's say, for an example, you wrote a good article and you feel that it would add value to your customer. Don't hesitate to send it to them. Now, it doesn't even have to be your article. It's just got to add value. So you just want to be able to send them any quality content that you find, whether it's an article or even a video, just anything that's relevant to their needs and to their wants. Any kind of relevant offers and discounts and coupons and things of that nature. You can also send to them anything regarding your industry's news. So let's say, for instance, in your marketplace, there were some massive updates that just happened. Don't hesitate to send them that positive press or video testimonials or even customer surveys that show the feedback of what customers are experiencing from your products or your services. Here are some great tips and some general guidelines to remember when you're sending out engaging content. The first tip to remember is you always want to educate more than you're selling. You always want to add value to your customers as compared to sending them salesy information. The second thing you want to remember is communicate as much as possible using video. Remember the statistics showing that majority of online traffic is coming from online video, right? So that's telling us that consumers like to engage with video. The third thing you can do is answer questions that maybe your market is wondering and not asking. Take the liberty to present that information to them. The fourth thing you can do is create image-friendly articles. Now, we all like to read, but sometimes reading can be a little boring for consumers. So you want to make it as engaging and as attractive as possibly can, and images are a great way to do that. The fifth thing you can do is, and I think is one of the most important, is to only share quality information with your audience. If it's not something that you enjoy reading, please don't share it with your customers. Now, the action steps to remember during this stage is, inside your content, you want to remember to use those keywords and those questions that you found in understanding your market phase. You want to tailor all of your content as much as possible to match your ideal customers' wants and needs, because that is how you're found relevant and your consumers feel like you truly understand them. The fourth section inside of our blueprint is the conversion. This stage objective is, after the prospect has been properly educated and pre-sold through the whole engagement process, they now know who you are. They now like you and they now trust you. And all that's left is actually asking for the sale. Now let's look at a few ways that you can go about asking for the sale. Now the key here is, don't overthink this. Everything from this point forward should be fun for you because you've already done the hard work of establishing the relationship and that rapport with your audience. So the first thing you can do as far as going about asking for the sale is just sending out a call to action email or a call to action SMS to your customer. You can also send customers a direct link to a sales page. Or if you really want to have fun, you can host maybe a free event or some type of webinar. And depending on what type of business you have in your consumer's location, you can even possibly do a live event. You can even call prospects at this point because they're no longer a cold lead, they're warm prospects and you already have a relationship. Or if you really want to just think out of the box and get creative on ways that you can actually reach your audience. Now, the action steps to remember during this stage is when customers are actually ready to buy from you, it's important that you just provide value. No more selling. The perfect irresistible offer given to your ideal customer is going to equal a sale for your business. Now, I want you to remember the statistic about the sales touches. At the end of 5 touches, or 5 emails, or 5 text messages, your chances of a sale will increase to 81%, all because you have a system in place. The 5th and final section inside of this blueprint is the follow-up. This stage's objective happens after you have sent that initial broadcast messages to your customer. The focus here is that we're going to continue to build that rapport and that brand awareness with your customer database. We want to form relationships and increase that customer reach that's going to help expand your referral growth. Now, let's take a look at some of the ways that we can implement following up with your customers through this sales process. The first step we can do is develop simple keep in touch messages with call to actions. Now, these call to actions are going to drive your customers to any viral content or special offers that you may have that will push customers back into your sales funnel for repeat business. Now, the second thing you can do is you can use your list to help build your online reputation. Remember, statistics show that 72% of people buy based off of personal recommendations. So you want to drive your customers to your social sites so they can leave reviews and post comments. This will help pre-sell your customers that may be still on the fence by creating that social proof that's going to do 90% of the selling for you without any new prospects enter into your funnel. Now, the action steps to cover during this stage is all you have to do going forward is just rinse and repeat for any of your future marketing campaigns. Always push your interested prospects into your company's own custom sales funnel that's designed especially for them. Now, you can see from day 1 to the point of sale how you're going to go about capturing leads and engaging them, because your company now has a custom designed sales funnel that's made personally for your business's ideal customer. When you have everything set up like this in place, your custom sales funnel is going to look like the image on the screen. Now, this is a very workable system where you can add to it or you can take away as needed. The point that I'm trying to make is that you need to get a system in place that's going to generate leads for your business, capture those leads, convert and nurture those leads into sales, and follows up for you systematically. Now your business has such a system. Majority of this course is spent on setting up and optimizing your marketing channels. I wanted to lay that foundation to make sure that you understand why we do this. I wanted you to understand the psychology and the science behind your action. Most people, when it comes to business and marketing, they just want a magic pill. They just want something that's going to sell for them automatically. But I've just given you pure, absolute muscle, that if you apply this muscle, it will build strength and momentum for your business. So congratulations, you are now ready for action. I want you to be extremely proud of yourself because you made it this far. Most people don't make it this far. And this really shows that you want to be successful and that you're willing to put in that work that's going to get you there. Nothing in life comes easy. I'm sure you know that. And if it did, I don't think we really would appreciate it. So I want you to take this system and to make it your own. Use the power of these keys to go out there and to beat the recession, feed your family, and impact your community. Remember, the most important principle in marketing is that you speak the language of your customer. They're waiting for you. Yes, the recession has presented many hurdles, but it also has presented much opportunity. An opportunity for those who will rise up and dare to be different by fighting back by doing something new. Now, I want you to go out there and audit your company's current marketing plan and your overall sales process. I want you to locate any areas of improvement that you can make and simply fix them. Don't go back into the same arena you just lost in and repeat the same marketing mistakes. Albert Einstein once said, "Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results." You've come this far and it's time for action. I think you're ready. Do you? If you need any further help or assistance, or maybe you would like to receive a free marketing audit, feel free to contact me through the Done For You service. Now make sure that you also check out the next module that's going to show you what kind of results you can expect from putting a marketing system like this in place. I also want you to remember to download the Beat the Recession Blueprint PDF. And then I also want you to watch the bonus videos on what's my reputation and why to go mobile. I sincerely want to thank you for going through this course. It has been my pleasure to share the keys to the kingdom with you. Now I want you to go out there and make a difference and apply this new knowledge directly into your business. I hope you received an extreme amount of value from this training.